Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Around the World with me, Herd 37. So, in this flight, we're here in, Anadyr, Russia. That's UHMA. And in this flight, we will be going to Nome, Alaska, PAOM. So finally, we'll be going back into the States. It's around 400 and some miles, I guess. So it should be a pretty easy flight, a short flight. Since in Russia, we've had to take huge, long flights. Alright, tank selectors are on. That's all the way up. Come down here. Turn on our battery. Nav and beacon comes on. Generator on. Fuel boost on. Avionics 1. Hit the starter. Put that in low idle. Parking brake is on. Wow, we were about to go flying. Alright, the starter comes off. Fuel boost comes all the way off. Avionics 2 is on. Alright, prop auto heat and pitot heat. That should be everything down here. 496 nautical miles. See, not quite 500. Alright, yoke comes up. Move that up. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and set the altitude. It said 13.5 was the suggested on the flight planner in FSX, so I'm going to go 9,500. If we need to go up at all, we will, but we shouldn't really have to. Oh, no clouds. Alright, hit up the ground here. We're going straight over to the east. Oh, it changed. I just checked it before I started up, and it's already changed it. I don't understand why. All right, be right back. I gotta fix this. All right, we'll go ahead and acknowledge this. I don't know why it won't get clicked. Let's turn on the progressive taxi. All right, runway 1. That's good because that means our we're gonna take off. The runway's right over here, and we'll take off that way, so that's good. It won't make us go down to the other end of the runway. I was kind of scared they were gonna do that. Alright, we'll turn on our taxi light. Parking brake is off. Let's go ahead and taxi over to the left. I think we can miss that baggage thing. Man, I was checking this out earlier just to make sure we didn't have any problems. I'd turn on that openLC, was it Canada, Alaska? Just to make sure that Nome wouldn't be affected or anything like that, because sometimes I have problems. But, yeah, there's like nobody here. There's nobody in Nome either, and I've got all the traffic turned up to 100%, but, yeah, there's like nothing. Alright, let's request our clearance.
Anadyr Tower, Cessna, ready at runway 1, departure to the east. Cessna cleared
Natural
for
flaps.
takeoff. Runway 1, east departure approved.
Alright, we'll acknowledge
Cleared for
that.
takeoff. Runway 1.
Landing lights,
Cessna.
strobe. Also, one thing we could do, go ahead and hit CDI, get over to the GPS. Alright. That doesn't really look like it's the GPS right there. I think that is GPS. I'll check that in a second. I think it might actually be the GPS. Looking at it from there. Check it here in a second. Anyway, we'll go ahead and take off. Alright, there's 80 knots. Go ahead and get up in the air. Alright, put my nose down just a little bit. Retract the flaps. By the way, all the scenery and everything is in extremely dense. Clear to the right. What do you say we turn on the autopilot? Where is nav? There's nav. Vertical speed. Move that up to 1,000 feet a minute. I don't know why when we turn it on, it automatically wants to descend a little bit. Check out Anadyr. Just a little runway, no building on off to the side. It could be like that in real life, but I noticed there's no like cities or towns around a lot of these Russian airstrips in the game. There's nothing. No, nothing. So that can't be GPS, right? Oh, well, it is to the east, actually. I guess it very well could be. Then over there. Yeah, there's just nothing to see. I was checking out Nome. Nome, they do have a city out in Nome.
Cessna, you are leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
A really small one out beside it. But yeah, there's nothing out in Russia. There were some when we were first got into Russia. What was it like? I was gonna say Magadan or something, but there was actually some big cities where we were originally when we first came over from Japan. But yeah, like for the past few flights, it seems like there's been no towns, nothing. Very odd. 492 nautical miles from right here. 254. This will be what? A little over 2 hours when we get up to actual cruising speed. So I'm not sure why we would need to be at 13.5 anyway, unless there's mountains until we get to the ocean, because I don't think there's any mountains. It's not that high over near Nome. Nome's pretty close to the coast, it's not on it. So there should be no mountains there, so I'm not sure why it went at 13.5. But I guess it doesn't really matter. But, well, there's nothing to see, and well, we'll just go ahead and speed her up, and we'll be back in just a little bit. Alright, everybody. About 27 miles out, so we're slower down now. Let's see if we can hit up Nome. I'm not sure if they got a tower or not. Nope, just traffic. Select the runway for landing, 927, 2 and 20. Let's make sure that none of those are like, I think they are both asphalt. But sometimes, some of these have like water and stuff, and I don't want to be there. PAOM. So we actually have ILS there on 27. We would have to go around to get to it, though. That kind of sucks. 927, 2 and 20. They're all basically the same length. Alright, 9 would be the easiest because it's basically just straight in. So we'll do runway 9. Full stop landing. That's our position.
Papa Alpha Oscar Mike traffic. Cessna is 23 miles west, 5,000 inbound to land. Runway 9er.
23. It says we're 25. 25.3. Be rich the mixture. So we're right at 4,700 feet. I didn't look at the altitude of the runway. It's like just over that hump, it finally flattens out. We'll go ahead and speed her up a little bit as well. Yeah, I've seen like one plane on the screen like the entire flight. Kind of ridiculous. I don't know why there seems to be no traffic. Although, I mean, we're not exactly in a busy area, though. I'm not sure if we're too high or not. I'll let her go down to 2,800. I'm going to go ahead and make that full rich on the mixture. I don't see any. I didn't see the airport. 16 miles, 18 miles out. Still don't see her. Kind of figured it was going to be on the other side of this ridge, this mountain. Apparently not. It's going to be way out there. This is basically just like it was in Russia. Just saw a flash. Didn't see exactly where it was though. Yeah, it seems like just like Russia. We do a lot of FS passengers. Did some FS passengers up here, and Flying Alaska as well. Another series I got. It's Flying in Alaska is just like Russia, just like where we left. Just snow everywhere. All right, so I letting her go down to 2,500. About 12.5 miles out. I saw that flash, but there it was again. I think it's right in there. Let's see if it'll flash again. I don't know, maybe if we wait here a second, maybe maybe she'll flash when we turn back around. There's nothingness in Alaska. Right there. So we actually need to get, it looks like the runway goes like this. Let me go ahead and switch over to heading. Get out to the left. We're going to have to slow down a little bit as well, but I think we still got some time. Just over 10 miles to the runway. It looks like we're high. Looks like we got happy lights. Alright. Start moving the thrust down a little bit. Should probably still get over to the left, line up a little quicker. Yeah, so we're definitely high. Alright, there's 2,000. I'm gonna pull back on the thrust a little bit, so we don't speed up too much while we descend like that. Should go down to 1,800. Back on the thrust just a little bit more. We can about get the flaps out. We got a little too far out to the left. Actually, we did get way too far to the left. Just about time to take over control. There's one notch of flaps. I'm going to go ahead and take control. Knock all this off. Gotta remember to get on ATC here in a second. So one thing I always forget is to holler at people and tell them when I'm on final and everything. Get a little slow. Trying to pitch her down a little bit. Surprised it's still saying that we're high. We don't feel that high. We're, what, 1,600 feet? Just over it? Surprised it's still high. Her down a little bit more. Hold back on the thrust a little bit. Slow down some more. Flaps. Alright, so we're at full flaps now. Now that we're on final.
Papa Alpha Oscar Mike traffic. Cessna is on final. Runway 9er.
See, like right here, it does feel like we're quite high right here. But nothing we can't handle. 1,100 feet. You can see the town is on the other side. It's the first sign of humanity we've seen for about ever. Pull back on the thrust a little bit more. Need to pitch down just a tad more. Should be coming up on the glide slope here pretty quick. Still slow her down a little bit. Gotta be on that glide slope. Not sure how freaking far down it wants us to go. If we ever got on it. I can't even see it. Alright. Looks like the buildings are cleared out the other end of the runway here. I felt like we bounced a little bit on that landing again. It's like, didn't we do that on the last one? It bounced kind of hard. That one it felt like we just got down on the right landing gear because I was trying to get back to the right. Actually, there are buildings on the left, too. Bigger buildings on the left. I was thinking that looked like part of the city from way back there, but we'll go over and park over there. Over to the right. probably just pull straight ahead. Technically, I guess we probably should have parked to the left near the parking area. Not so much the gates over here. Whoops. Landing lights and strobe off. We'll now say we're clear of the runway.
Papa Alpha Oscar Mike traffic. Cessna is clear of the runway.
Strobe is off. Everything looks good. Set up. Get back over on this line. Yeah, but I'm surprised there's no like general aviation around here either. I've got that turned up to 100% as well. There's nobody. Nobody. Alright. Stop right here. Get rid of this yoke. Ah, clicked it again. Alright, parking brake. Cut that off. Avionics can go off. Generator off. Turn the battery off. Beacon taxi. Prop auto heat. Fetal heat. Actually, that looked like it was off again. Tank selectors as well. Yeah, here in Nome. I can't believe that there's nobody here. It seems like actually a fairly big airport too, especially with 2 runways up here in Alaska. A whole lot of way of people and stuff. I wonder, is that like a dirt runway? There said when we looked at the map, there was another one, or maybe it was on the flight planner, Nome City or something, and that does kind of look like a, I don't know if you'd call that a runway or what. I don't know where else it would be. Kind of looks like a little landing area. I don't know. Could be. Alright, well, that's Nome for you. I don't know exactly where we're going to go next. I'll have to look at the map. Because I'm thinking about how exactly I want to go down there, too. I was kind of thinking about Ketchikan, but we've been there. I wanted to Ketchikan 2 or 3 times in my other series. I kind of want to go to Bella Coola. We showed that once on FS Passengers, and it was really fun airport. So I thought about going that way, and then we'll go down to the U.S. eventually, down to the continental U.S., and make our way over to Huntington, and this thing will be all wrapped up. But that's going to be it for this episode, everybody. I hope you all did enjoy it. I'll catch you guys on the next flight.